Hi, today we're going to be doing a demonstration of how we can manage our deal pack documentation using the FileBound platform. So in the demonstration today, what I intend to do is to show you how an automotive organization can search for and access their documentation online, and then how an organization can actually load this documentation in, ensuring the minimum amount of human interference needed to get that done. So using a process like I'm going to demonstrate, we can actually drive process quality up, giving improved customer service and reduce costs. The process today is we're going to take some contracts and we're going to load them in to our capture engine via a multifunction device. So essentially I'm going to emulate scanning some documents, some contract documents. Those contracts are going to go through a capture process where data is going to be extracted, and then the documents and the extracted data will be pushed into the FileBound Enterprise Content Management System, where the users of the system, whether they be in the management arena, the finance department or the sales department, can gain access to the documents that they have rights to access using their web browser or their mobile device via one of our apps from the App Store. So let me just jump out of the presentation and go to the FileBound platform. I'm going to log into the FileBound platform here and show you how easy it is to find deal pack information within FileBound. So when I've logged in here, we can see that I'm actually automatically at my automotive deal pack filing cabinet. And I've got a bunch of search criteria that I can use to find a file within FileBound. Now these search criteria are search criteria I've chosen to use for the purpose of this demonstration. If you were to implement FileBound in your environment, you would choose which search criteria you needed to search for your deal packs based on. So if I wanted to do a search here for a customer, I can put in search criteria, I can press search, and the system will give me my responses. If I want to change that, maybe I want to search for all of the deal packs, I can leave it blank and I can do my search. So in the case of the system, I've only loaded two deal packs in here at the moment, one for Sue and one for Norman. If I wanted to go and have a look at one of those deal packs, I can actually just click it to open it up and view it. And the FileBound viewer will open up so I can actually see all of the documents in that particular deal pack. So my viewer's opened up here, and you'll see that a contract will render in here, and this is our base contract of sale that we've got for this motor vehicle for Sue Crosby. You'll also notice on the top left hand side I have got a bunch of other documents that we've had loaded in here. So I've got insurance documentation and search certificates, registration and delivery charge documentation. So documentation like that can be loaded straight in to the platform, so it can keep all of the documents together for the particular transaction you're interested in. Now if I had another document I wanted to load in here, let's say I wanted to load the actual tax invoice that was sent to Sue in, I can find that document, I can drag that, drop it and place it here inside FileBound. And what's FileBound's doing now is loading that tax invoice in here, and there we have the tax invoice loaded in the invoice divider of the system in the same file as Sue's other documentation. Now I'm obviously using dummy data here, so these documents aren't real, but you can see that I can put a packet of documentation together, all driven off the base contract, so that organizations can access their information quickly. You can be accessing this anywhere in the world via the internet. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump out. I'm just going to log out of FileBound quickly, and I'm going to show you how we can automate the placing of documents into the system. So to do that, I'm just going to grab two new contracts. I'm going to copy them and I'm going to paste them into this load directory here. So effectively what I'm doing here is I'm emulating a multifunction device or an email system producing a digital document and putting it into this directory. So normally we would go to a photocopy or a multifunction device, scan it to a directory or to email, and we would then have it placed in here where our capture platform will pick it up, and you'll see it's gone into queue there. And because it's come out of this directory, our capture platform knows what to do with those documents. So it says, okay, documents out of this directory are contracts for the sale of a car. And when I get a contract for the sale of the car, I know which data I need to look for. So right now, it's doing an OCR process. It's looking for the deal ID, it's looking for the name of the salesman, it's looking for the name of the customer, the deal value, and it's then going to take that data along with the documents and push them into the FileBound platform. Once they're inside the FileBound platform, they can be searched on by anyone with the right authority or security level to actually go and search for those documents. Now I've just loaded in contract sale documents there. You could be dropping the receipts in here, the registration. We can set the capture engine up to recognize all the different types of documents that will eventually find their way into that deal pack. So we don't have to have staff sitting there typing all of this information into a system. We can automatically extract that and then keep it with the document for use downstream. Now, in this demo, I've pushed those documents in there. I actually have also kicked off a workflow to have that contract approved, but I'm not going to be going into the workflow process today. I would say if you have an interest in seeing the workflow process, please contact us at FileBound and we'll be more than happy to jump on a webinar or GoToMeeting or come and see you and show you how the workflow engine works for routing that for approval. So let's go in and have a look for these new contracts that we've placed into the system now. So I'm going to log back into FileBound. I'm going to go once again to my Deal Packs filing cabinet. I'm going to press search, and what we will see now is that we now have 4 deal packs in here. Remembering before we only had 2, so I've just placed 2 new deal packs in there. One for James Brown and one for Peter Bain. Now, when you look at James Brown's data, you can see that there's no invoice data in here. That's because we haven't placed an invoice into this file yet. The only thing in there is the contract. And if I want to have a look at that, I can open it up and I can get my viewer and we can actually see the contract has already been placed in the file. Right? We've got the contract in there. We've also got all of those dividers already made for us, so that's been automated, so that when we do get the tax invoice, the insurance, the search certificate, those documents can come in here and sit with the base contract. So that's how we search, retrieve, view, and load documents into FileBound as they relate to automotive deal packs.